Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are subscribed. Thank you so much. Today we're going to be doing a houseplant repot. It's not really on this channel, but I have over 100 houseplants. I used to collect them a lot, and recently, the past like 2 years, I just haven't been. I was more focused on growing vegetable plants in my garden spring and summer. So my goal this spring, I guess a new goal now, was just to give them a little TLC. So that includes repots. I have 4 plants today that I'm planning on repotting. I might do more. And I want to stake up those 4 plants as well. I have my potting mix over here that's partially mixed, and I'll show like what I use to mix it up. I bought some new pots, 4 8-inch ones and 3 6-inch ones. I have a lot of small pots, but not many big pots, and they're also more expensive. Therefore, I went with the. Normally, I'd like to get like clear pots, but too expensive. And then I got just some bendable poles online. These are just from Amazon. I have 2 of the 27-inch ones, which I think I'll use for my philodendron, and then 2 of the, I think, 47-inch ones, which will be for my 2 big boys in the corner. So let's begin. Hopefully my mic will sound okay. I might try to find the spongy one, the foam one, instead of the fluffy one, because I think the fluffy one's giving me trouble. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so we're on the floor here. I have my pot of soil mixed up in front of me, and in it I am using just a potting mix. Right now it's just a Miracle-Gro potting mix because it was on sale. And I'm not that picky about it as the base. I used to add cocoa coir into my potting mixes, but right now I'm just using it for my like vegetable seedlings. That helps hold moisture, and to be honest, it doesn't really do anything different than what potting mix already does. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on my mic. So that's the base, and then I add wood chips. Let me grab one. These are just reptile wood chips. And then perlite. And that's it. Nothing special. There's no ratio. I just eyeball it. About half soil and then a quarter each of wood chips and perlite. So let's get to the plants. This is my Calkins Gold. She's beautiful. Okay, how do people do this? She's also large and in charge. Look at she. I'm sorry, the lighting. It's kind of backlit. Ooh. But right now, okay, here's the front. Beautiful. And she is in a 6-inch pot. Girl. I'm not sure if I'm going to put her. I thought I was going to put it in one of these pots. We'll have to see how root bound it is. It might have to go up to an 8-inch. And it's just on a bit. Wow, she is chunky. It'll just have to go onto, sorry, it's on a bamboo stick. And I'm going to be putting it on one of these guys. I'm going to reuse the soil that's already in the pot. But let's first, I think, take his little strap off. And I'm going to see how it looks in here. Ooh. Are these roots alive? It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, this can come out. I mean, obviously the plant is thriving, so. They'll ripe. They're fuzzy. Yeah, they're just kind of like a tan color. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleaning up in here. But I had taken a propagation off of it. Or is that a leaf cutting? I think maybe I cut a leaf here. But its stem is so quite chunky. And it's putting out a new leaf right now. Okay, let me see. Do I want this? It needs to be in like... Oh, no, that's way too big. Okay. Come back. We're gonna put it in. Am I going crazy? Where's the other one? Oh, he's in here. Okay, let me first get out my thing. This is the most unorganized plant pot video y'all will ever see. I thought this would be... Oh, I cut my hand. That's nice. I thought this would be easy. Is there only one in here? Yeah, there's two. Whoa. One. Shorter. I guess if it's straight, it's just fine. I think I'll probably keep... Yeah. That looks pretty good. Let's get some soil. Not that much. And I guess it has to be kind of in the back here to straighten up our guy. Okay, I'm gonna take the old pot and use that to fill. I think usually I make my soil mix a little bit chunkier than this with more, I'm so sorry, more wood chips and perlite, but to be honest, I'm gonna be real. I'm not very good at keeping up with my plants like I should be. So I'm going with a less chunky mix. Also, I don't want to go get more stuff in the garage. That's the truth. But a less chunky mix means I have to water less. Squish, squish. He did come with a thingy. I'm gonna use this guy to wrap them up. But I know it's gonna be too top heavy. Hope that's big enough. Oh yeah. So he was just leaning against the window, and that's what was keeping him upright. I'm gonna put in another one. But I think I'll put them back, and then I'll do clips of them in their home. And I will water them in. Hey. Hey. I'm scared. Looks pretty good. Aw, man. The label is at the front. That's okay. Next, I just put him in a little cover. Oh my goodness. Okay. Next, this guy's a little unruly. This is my philodendron painted lady, and I'm wondering if I should chop. I think I'm just gonna pot it up and yeah, I can decide if I want to cut it after, basically. And it's not going into that much of a bigger pot again. Actually, I'm gonna keep the stick on until I get it in the thing. Oh, never mind. The stick is out. Oh god. Okay, we're just gonna do it like that. How do we look in here? Oh, I see some juicy roots. No, he's not ready. We did it. Oh, this, I had cocoa husk chunks instead of wood chips. She's still a little damp, but looks good. Into your new pot. And this guy can come out. Oh Lord. You just hang it over here. I don't know. Let's just try it out. Okay, so this guy. Oh god. Okay, wait. We kind of have him. Yeah. Okay. Kind of crazy. I was just gonna do what it was before. Guess I could. Kind of looks stupid. Because now I'm thinking, okay. We're gonna chop her back. And okay, is that a spent? This is the spent node. I'm thinking chop it back. Oh, it already has a growth point there coming out. Sorry, I got a little nubber. Nubber. All right, this will be better. I'm gonna do it like this, and then pot it, take cuttings of that, cut her up, and make like a full pot. I think that'll just look better than it being unruly, and it'll also be more stable. Well, so baby now. Sorry if the audio sucks. It's like this mic sounds kind of muffled. Wow. There she is. I'll just put her on the floor right here. And tie her up. Will you fit? Okay. Perfect. 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 Okay, this is a spent node down here. So it's just gonna go in the trash. Ooh, she's juicy. Put her on the plastic. And oh, this node has a double leaf. Lovely. Do I just want to cut each individual one? That's so many. My worry is that I'm not going to stay on top of it because I had a whole jar of these and I threw them all in the garbage because they rooted so long in the jar, they all got stuck in the jar, and then I let the jar dry out and the roots all died. So I just threw the whole thing out. But I'm going to be a good noodle. And I think what I'll do is I'll just sell them as, or just give them away for free, I guess, too. As, oh god, why is there so many smells? Like, I'll just root them and then give them away unpotted. That sucks that this has grown like this. I think I have to cut this one to here. Okay. Well, that wasn't the plan, but gotta do what you gotta do. Next! That looks better though. All dirty. So, I need to repot this guy. Is this a bigger pot? It's like the same size pot that it's in. So I'm thinking I'm going to take this begonia, I think it's Immaculata, and we're going to take it out and see how big the roots are because I might be able to put it in a wee pot. It used to be huge, like, and I had to cut it back. So let's do that so that this pot can be free for the begonia, the other begonia. Oh, we have like a dead stem in here. Very interesting. I just... Well, that's interesting. It hasn't grown much outside of the pot shape it was in before. Weird. Oh, there's little growth points. Are these roots dead? Hard to know. Okay, so that's literally full with soil. Oh, sorry. Looking better already. Look at that. Doesn't that look so much more normal? I should have done this a long time ago. And you don't get a steak. Oh my god, look. Baby. Sorry, I wasn't being very fragile with you. Baby. There's like, I forget what it's called, mycelium. I remembered that very quickly. Wow, okay, it's kind of potted a little further back than how that happened. Does anyone else do that? Shake it up until it's in the right spot. Okay, a little bit more. And I need new trays also. Oh, queen. Ta-da. Oh my god. Who is she? Okay. Yeah, this soil's a little more perlitey. Alright, oh lord. This is just in there. It ain't doing nothing. It's being held up by itself. You can't even see how tall it is. But she's gorge. And she is an icon with a dead leaf. So this is not doing anything here either. Let's, ooh, dusty. Oh god. Oh my god. Let's see if I can get her in the frame. There's the top. Her stalks are so chunk. Oh yes. Beautiful. Looks pretty good. Not that much of an upgrade in terms of size. Hey. Stay. I need to get this thing out. Should have done that first. The other one will be easy because I just get to put the stake right in. Because he's not going in a new pot. He's already a big boy pot. I didn't even say... Well, I said... Yeah, I guess I did. This is my begonia. I forget her name. I think the other one's the Maculata, and this one... I don't know. It's known as like the angel wing begonia. Sorry if you hear all that. I'm sorry. I'm not any good at this. Okay, hold on. Don't fall over. Okay. I think this should just go straight. Well, I saw in pictures they had it curly. Okay. Let's fill it. I feel like I'm gonna be blowing so much soil out of my nose. Okay. Just a little bit supported. Let's... Okay, girl, you are not supposed to be wobbly. Why are you wobbly? Why are you wobbling? Stupid. Like, why is it like gonna fall over? Dramatic? I'm covered in coconut fiber. Can I get this any deeper in? I think I'm just like bending it over, you know? Alright. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna have to vacuum in here for him. So tiny. And lastly, we have to move the camera for this one. Here's our big honker. Oops. He's strung on to nothing. Oh. Let's just move you over, my little guy. They're kind of entangled here. Anyways, I think this was supposed to be strapped onto this hanger, and he's not. So let's start taking him out of his restraints here. I'm gonna prep my post. Like, I know it broke. Oh, it's not that rotted. Anyways, let's put the new guy. Excuse me. Put our new guy in. How do we want to do this? Right here. Ugh. See, that's annoying. I'm just. Tie him up like a tree. See, I wasn't planning on cutting him. Now I feel like I should cut him. Like he's just a stem. Okay. That was dramatic. We will reroot him. Let me just cut off his restraints here. The reason he has no leaves is because there was thrips in here. Dreaded. Awful. Who's this guy? I'm wondering if I should cut him or just leave him as a stump. I cut him. Obviously, I'll just leave this in here, I think. And something new will grow back. We already have this, so. Okay. Okay, so this is what remains. I'm hoping get this big guy rooted and then put him into here with his stumpies. And I want to do a repot refresh of this guy. He does have new growth. This is my Hoya Crimson Queen. Oh wow. Yeah, this stem looks dead because it's an all white stem, so I might just cut it off. But yeah, there's a little dead. You can't see a little dead strand here. Otherwise, it's looking better than it has in a while. Ever since we moved to this house, it's just not seemed to be that happy. Like it kind of got sun bleached in here. So I'm wondering if this corner is better because it was over in with this Hoya. This is just my Carnosa, who is loving the location. This is all big, fresh, new growth here. And we'll see. Hopefully it'll bloom for me again this year. It has multiple old pedunkies on it. That's my thyme plant. I think I'm gonna leave this in here for now because I'm probably gonna do more repotting. Here is the philodendron painted lady. So it's got its baby leaves, but if I keep this like this and take a few of the larger roots, maybe I can get a nice big pot. And I've regrown this guy many times from sticks, so that'll be fine. Here are my two begonias, looking fresh, not that. Hopefully this guy will grow big again. I had such a tall, like it was probably past 3 feet tall, this guy, but every time he gets ginormous, thrips just find him, which is really annoying, and I end up, instead of constantly treating, the best way to get rid of them is to cut the leaves off. So I have, as you can see, cut him back more than once, unfortunately. This guy feels like it's broken a little. Okay, this is my other begonia. It's got huge leaves. I mean, she's gorgeous. And I've also had to cut her back. Like here, back there, there's like a cut here. But she's beautiful. Obviously, enjoying being in here, even though she like presses up against the cold window. It's like snowed out there. But look how giant this leaf is. Like, hello. I'll try to do better with like setting up with the direction of the filming. I'm figuring it out, okay? And then a few times the hot tub is like whacked. The hot tub door has like whacked this poor plant. But she's thriving. No concerns. I guess I'll just go over here and show my other plants. This is my fishbone cactus. Gorge. I bought it as a like $7 or $9 little planty from Home Depot. She's huge. I just turned her around recently and it's been getting like wrinkly. I have been working on updating the watering. I'm wondering if the pot's getting too small. But yeah, I have had thrips on this plant too, and I've ended up like cutting off stems, but she doesn't care. She's gorge. And also, she flowered this winter, and I literally missed it. I came in here, and there was like a wilted flower, and I was like, girl, without me? Anyways, she got a little. This is not cold damage, this is heating damage from the heater down here. So I turned it down, and I've tucked this strand back so it doesn't get touched. I have this little succulent. I don't know if it's a sedum. He's doing okay. He's getting a little stretched out, so I think I'm gonna move this one and this ugly looking dude. Anyways, let me finish this. Calkins Gold, Gorgine. And she's just gonna sit like this for now. I just don't want it to tip over. But I think it'll take off. It's just unraveling a new leaf right now, but the previous leaf was also big. Big boy. This guy. We're gonna move him. Oh wait, this new growth looks good. I think I'm still gonna move it. So, this poor plant. I really like this plant. And maybe I should repot it. I don't know. I really like this plant, and then it got thrips, and I had to cut it off, and it looks stupid. And now it's got all crusty, and obviously it's got new growth. Oh. Like it's just got like little scragglers, and I don't know, the soil looks like hydrophobic. Okay, I might repot this quickly and put it in fresh soil. But yeah, I'm gonna move it into my house underneath where my other succulents are, and I think I'm gonna bring him too, because they get better. They have extra lighting. It's actually right there. Right. I have grow lights in there. These plants seem to be doing fine. This is my, sorry for the backlighting. Euphorbia, milk cactus, just the green one. If you see these nodules here, that's what how big it was when I bought it. It was just three little guys. One, two, three little stalks from IKEA. And now it looks like this. It is probably one of my like prized plants just because of how much it's grown since I got it. And then this one is a bit newer. I think I got it last year or the year before. And it is a variegated one. There, that's better. And it's been keeping these little leaves, so that's good. I can never keep the leaves on this guy, let it dry out too much, but this is my blue torch cactus, or just blue cactus. And as you can see, there's a little indent here too. That's how tall it was when I got it. It was about this tall. And it's all the way up here. And it hasn't like gotten like skinny, which is amazing. And then back there, I have a peace lily. Oh, I forgot about you. This is my Christmas cactus, whom I think I'm going to move closer to the window. There he is. Probably needs a little watering or something. It's looking a little drab, but it'll be fine. It did flower for me this year. Yeah, that's she. She was pretty small. It was a plant my mom got for my grandma, and then when she was moving, she gave it back to us. Let me stick my finger in there. Yeah, it's dry. Okay, I'll water you. Anyways, that's the overview. It looks so much better. I should have done before and after. Oh, that was stupid. Anyways, it does not look so much cleaner. Well, it does to me because I saw what it was before, but yeah, I'll move these little guys and I'll do a little TLC on him. Um, yeah. And then I'm sure the next clip will be a different area in my house. Progress. Welcome back. It's a new day, and I thought we'd continue on with the repotting. So, this morning I actually spent a little time. It did not take that long, but I started making some labels for some of my plants, the ones that I was just struggling to remember what they're called. So, let's start with who we're repotting today. And then later today, and probably into tomorrow, I'm starting some vegetable seeds, which is very exciting, but it took a little minute to get all my stuff. So I got over here bin of cocoa coir. I got soil that I'll mix, perlite, and I don't use anything chunky. You don't want any like wood chips or anything because the seedlings are so tiny. They need just very, I don't want to say gritty, but like fluffy potting mix that holds moisture. I'll show you how to make it because I'm actually using, this is my second year, um, soil blocking. So I have here my soil blocker. It sounds horrible, but it basically makes the cubes for you instead of using like little seedling tray. And then the benefits of it is that you're using less plastic, but also that the air prunes the roots. So it's supposed to have a better root system that's healthier, so it's not root bound. And then it's easier to just pluck them and transplant them. It's supposed to have less root shock when transplanting and stuff. So I wanted to try it because every few years you kind of have to buy new like seedling trays because they kind of get all squashed because it's just really thin plastic. So I invested in that, invested in some like heavy duty trays. I'll show that after. And it worked really well last year. I ended up potting some of them. I think the tomatoes and peppers I ended up putting into larger pots. I probably didn't have to, but I was worried that they're, I don't know, getting too big for just being in the little cubes. So we'll see how how it goes this year. What the plan is. Rehydrate. Anyways, let's look at the plants. Let's look at Big Boy first. This is my euphorbia, and I actually gave it a label today. Millii, Millii, and also known as like the crown of thorns. It's a pretty common one. It's looking a little sag. It needs water. But yeah, it has like, instead of like the really pink flowers, it's like pink and like lime. Um, I really like this plant, and it's like newer. I think I got it last year. Newer to my collection. Oh, this one says Euphorbia Charlotte, so maybe that's the flower color. And it's still in its crispy, hydrophobic soil from the nursery. So I have a plastic bag because I'm not going to reuse this soil. It is dry. And then my very neglected, oh my gosh, propagation. So I have a philodendron silver sword in here. Oh, yeah, a little dusty. And Hoya memoria cuttings. This one is not rooted. Some of these don't, only one of them feels rooted. No roots. The stem is still like hard. We'll see how this gets out because look. Oopsie. There's a whole little plants down there and the water's disgusting. It's been in here for like a year. Owie. And then my saddest looking. Oh, he's there. I'm just not sure if he's alive. There's green, you know. This is an Anthurium crystallinum hybrid. I have 3 of these. And my other 2 have big, beautiful leaves. They're like pretty established plants. This one I had in pond, and he died. And I don't see any roots, but he's not like fully perished. Like there's green. There's actually a growth point. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna be putting him, just because he gets so dried out, I'm gonna be putting him in like a no drain system, which might be a mistake. This is, I think, what he was in when the same bubble teacup in pond. But I put some leca on the bottom. I'll put soil and it'll be like pretty low. And then I think I might put a little hat on him, keep the moisture in, just because he dries out so much. And I think that will help promote the growth if the humidity is high. So, what should we do first? I don't know what to do about this guy. Maybe I'll do a prop box. I haven't done a prop box in like years. Okay, we'll just move him out of the way. Maybe we'll start with Big Boy. I have to move the camera down so you can see. Sorry, my nose is so runny. Let's just do this. He is stabby. Oh yeah. I think I'm just gonna put him back in the pot that he's already in. Oh my god. Okay. Like it's just gonna come right out because it's just crispy. Let's look at the roots. Okay. Dry. So it's in this bag. I'm just gonna use the bag to break it up. Oy. So dusty. I think I have to like literally rip the bottom which is like really like sad, but it's so compact that I don't know if the roots will leave its shape. There we go. Also, I forgot to mention when I was filming before, but I have like little fertilizer that I couldn't find it. It's somewhere in my garage, but it's like a 2020 in like a not pellets, but like little rock form. So when I find that, I will sprinkle that probably on the repots and probably just in general for spring. You know, I'm gonna blow my nose and there's gonna be dirt in there. Okay. Can I use a flower stem? Ta-da! A little less. Hello? Oh, he's gonna look so much better in here. That dry soil, every time I watered it, I was like, I'm surprised he hasn't perished. He has like no nutrients, I'm sure. I mean, I've been giving it like water fertilizer every once in a while. Yesterday I didn't do like any chatty. I was planning on like talking about stuff outside of, you know, just planting, but I guess I can talk now. In my vlog, I talked about like my reading like goals for 2025, and my reading goal is to read, I think, 30 books was the goal, or 35. I can't remember. I think it was 30. I read 25 this year, almost 26. My 26th book went into this year. First one done. Let's do him now. Oh, let me put the tag back in. Like halfway through February, and I finished my third book. I've read. Oh, he's got some chubbies. Look at that. I thought he was dead, but those are some fatty roots. Okay, okay. So clearly I was doing something. I'm just gonna dump this soil into here. He lives. But yeah, I read The Spear That Cuts Through Water, and it wasn't really my vibe. That's why it kind of went into, it took me like 4 weeks to finish, which is a long time for me. It was a chubby book. I just like saying chubby apparently, but it was a fat book. But yeah, normally it doesn't take that long to get through a book for me. But yeah, it just wasn't really my vibe. I think it was just too slow for me, and I didn't really care that much about the characters in the story, so I think I rated that one like a 3 out of 5, which is not a bad rating. Maybe I gave it a 2. It's not a bad rating, it's just I didn't love it. So I was glad to have finished that because I didn't want to drop it, but because it was well written, it just wasn't really wasn't really into it. Next. And then the next book I read this February was Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw, I believe. And I enjoyed that book better. That book I kind of like flew through. Ooh, I think I have to pluck these. Why did I leave the biggest stem ever on this cutting? What's going on here? Okay. What the heck? Let's look at these first. Okay, we have some roots here. We have some dead. No, he's alive. Roots here. Um, I like the vibes of that book. I felt it was a good book for winter time, which it's winter here right now. I'm gonna deal with that later. So yeah, um, I didn't think it was like the best. Like obviously, it wasn't the best book I've ever read. I kind of was able to predict what was going on. This book is about um, she's like technically a witch or like descendant of witches, and she lives up kind of in a mountainous area, and there is a boys mm, like camp there, I guess, where she lives. But it's for like I don't know where they send after getting in trouble, basically to get their life back on track. And so she's like out there by herself at the time, and um, a snowstorm comes, and they all get snowed in for like the few weeks because they're so high up in the mountains, and that's like normal for them. But a boy goes missing, and another one. Well, I won't talk too much about it, but basically, a boy goes missing, and it's kind of like the mystery around that. But the witchy vibes were very good. I liked hearing of like all her like about her book. She has like a witch book. I just felt like there wasn't enough like character development in the book. Like I feel like our main character kind of just kept making the same decisions and mistakes the whole book, just to make the plot move forward. Which I guess if it wasn't happening, then the plot wouldn't be moving forward. That looks nice. But yeah, it's kind of a I don't say annoying, but like yeah. Maybe I'll wait a second. Okay, we have a little baby. Does this guy even have any roots himself? The big guy? Like if I break these off. This plant has been in water for like a year. Where's your roots, girl? Those like what? Huh. I could just put it. I brought this to put him in, but then he's literally like a tree. Oops. Like, do I cut it again? Weird. I don't know. It's finally starting to grow roots, so maybe I just let it be like I pretend it's purposeful. I'm gonna put these little guys in. whatever. Anyways, yeah, that was that book. And then I just finished the other night, Listen for the Lie. I don't remember who it's by. And that one was also enjoyable, got through it really fast, but also a little predictable at the end and just kind of like commentary about men and women not being heard and men being violent when you say no, kind of thing. So it was a good book. I felt like, yeah, it had like flaws maybe, but it was an easy read for sure. It's one of those books where you could just read like 80 pages in one sitting. But yeah, I have to pick out my next book. Most of the books I get are from the library, but I have a few on my shelves that I have yet to read. So I think I'm going to pick a book from my shelf this time. I should have kept some of the steaks in here to put a steak in. Like, how come these little guys have better roots than the whole plant? We'll see if they. I'm sure they'll survive just fine, even though they were literally growing underwater. Cutie. Looks stupid, but it's okay. I think I'll have to put like a steak in or something. Let the little leaves breathe. They're kind of buried, but they'll be fine. No, there we go. I actually have another pot of this upstairs that I just let die. I just let them die. I need to. That's a part of my plant care coming up. Is I need to throw some plants in the trash that I'm just. There he is. He looks horrible. Okay. Now, I'm wondering. Oh, put this tag back in. I'm wondering if I should start my CDs or if I should go get more plants. I think I should start my CDs. In here, I have Coco Coir. I don't know what brand it is or anything because I bought it last year and it's just in a bin. And I'm going to be adding perlite. Maybe that was a lot. And then soil. There's a Lekka ball in here. Where'd you come from? I know some people like use boiling water on their soil or bake it or microwave it to get rid of any, I don't know, bacteria. When I first started seedlings, I did do that. But to be honest, I don't think it makes a difference. There's going to be bacteria in the soil, and if you're getting rid of stuff, I feel like you're also getting rid of the good stuff. And your seedlings need to be, at least I think, grown to be resistant. So if they're too babied, I feel like that can cause them to struggle. So what I do is For the ones that I'm starting today, the peppers, I do use a heating mat. I do kind of do it on the tomatoes too, but that's basically all I use the heating mat for. Um, and you put the clear cover on top, and that'll keep it humid. And I know that's when like kind of the bacteria grows, and I guess the point of um, boiling or cooking the soil to get rid of that like bacteria growth. Um, it's just like algae basically. But all you have to do is like crack it open if you notice that. Crack it open, and I usually will start my fan when I notice that. I highly recommend using a fan on your seedlings. I basically have it running all the time, like once the lid comes off, the fan is on and always blowing on my seedlings. Another thing I recommend is getting like a timer that plugs into the wall. So it's just like if you just look up like outlet timer. I got mine for like $10 or $12 on Amazon. They're really cheap. I have like two of them now for my one for my grow lights just over here. And you can set it for how many hours. And then like it'll be like start at 8 a.m. end at 6 p.m. or something, whatever you know. And that makes it really easy, and it has like two outlets on it. So I have it with um, the lights and the fan, and then you just need to like if you have more, you can do it on the heating pad too. So it kind of mimics getting warm during the sunlight. And I'm also right now just breaking up clumps and picking out like wood chips, because again, you want it to be. You can also like sift your soil. I don't. I try to keep everything like as simple basically as possible. I don't, when I was first into growing seedlings and growing plants, where's my bag? I was very also into like the buying all the different things, and like I would look at like charcoal and mycelium, whatever, like the powders or liquids and everything. But I try to keep it really simple now just because I feel like one, it makes it less money, two, less work, like less products to like keep restocking, but also just because if it's broken, don't fix it. If it works well, I think they're doing fine. I've never had like any issues with my like soil mix issues, unless it's like error by me, like overwatering, not enough drainage, whatever. Um, any troubleshooting stuff, like again, I'm pretty new to soil blocking, but like issues that I've had with starting seeds is algae, and then so I'm like, okay, I need airflow on it. That's basically it. Like the main issue I had was dampening off of my onions, and that is like an airflow issue. Because you're trying to keep it moist, and then basically it kind of rots at the base and they kind of flop over. And yeah, you need airflow to fix that basically. So I have this big fan that just runs on all the time, and it strengthens your seedlings and it helps the base of the plant stay strong. So it's basically training it to be resistant to wind. And as long as you're doing that, like, and having good grow lights. So like initially when they're little, I prop them up on like a box or something so they're like right under the grow lights. And then as they get bigger, I'll take that out from underneath it. I think I'll do maybe like weekly updates on my seedlings. Kind of excited because I've never like documented, and I've always wanted to like make, back when I first started getting into plants, and like I actually did, like I did have YouTube videos, um, not of plants, but like my art, and then my laptop wasn't big enough to like handle editing. Like I didn't have enough storage or anything. But I'm glad that I kind of get to do this now, and like I have the time. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be nice to be able to like look back and like see like how different plants looked at different times, and like um my seedlings and like things that I grew, and kind of like documenting it like a diary. Anyways, this is how the mix looks now. So I'd say it's probably like half and half potting soil and cocoa fiber core. So it's really light and fluffy. And then I added, I don't know, the math won't make sense, but like 1/3 per line. Maybe like 2/3 soil, 2/3 cocoa core, 1/3. Wait, doesn't make sense. There's a reason I'm not in math, but anyways, it looks nice and fluffy. And I actually forgot I need to put this in water. So, what I learned from online, recommended for like soil blocking, like you need it moist, and it's always going to stay moist. You don't let them dry out. So I might have to adjust what's in here, but I'm going to add water, and you want it to be as wet as like a brownie mix. So like sludgy. That's what we're going to do. And also I'm going to grab a container just of water, because tip for using it, it can kind of get like soil crammed inside. So in between like blocking, like dip it in a bit of water, and that kind of helps lubricate it. You know what I'm saying. And then I have a mask here, but once it's wet, I think it'll be fine. And I have labels that I have from last year, and I recommend getting oil-based paint marker for writing your labels. Just a normal Sharpie, whatever, that's just gonna like smudge off eventually and fade with the sun. So I recommend one of these oil-based markers, paint pens, and that stays on really well. So I've got that. I have a few ones here that I probably want. I have a jalapeno one. I try to save them from the year before so I can reuse. And then here I have my newly organized seeds. So I have herbs, hot peppers, sweet peppers, and onions and leeks. So I think I wasn't planning on starting onions and leeks, but I'm gonna try because I have the seeds, so I might as well try anyways. I don't have the best success. Last year they got rotted because I was away for a week, and they were being cared for by my family, and they just got overwatered. But I'll be back in a second. Okay. Oh, fudge. It's kind of just me here, but I might have to swap to my other. Oh, there's water on the floor. Very thrilling stuff here. Okay, I feel like it's giving chunky brownie mix. But it is holding shape really well. I don't know if I want to pick my seeds first. Where's my jalapeno? There it is. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do a few jalapenos. Basically squeeze and it holds. You can see. And water runs out of it when you squeeze. So for hot peppers, I just ate lunch, so I'm digesting. Jalapeno. I think I'm gonna do 5 or 6. Then big Thai hybrid, maybe 3. Hot lemon, I'm thinking 3 also. I got maybe 2. I got I got buckets, like 5-gallon bucket of this guy last year. And then the Chinese 5 color, I'll do 2 or 3 because, yeah, the jalapeno and the Chinese 5 color didn't really, they kind of got swallowed by other plants. So what color should we do? Blue? Let's do pink for hot. I see. And I have a jalapeno one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here. Yay! Let's do our sweet peppers. We have yellow monster. I don't think I'm gonna grow any of the shishiro. They're not my fave. King of the North. Marconi red. And then we have some eggplants. Uh-oh. Who are you? Must be my eggplant seeds. No. There's like pepper seeds in here. Oh. True. It could be from any one of them. Winkle. Oh. Give them all a little tuck into bed. Oh yeah, I didn't really talk about this tray. So this tray is like for this, so it has like flat on the bottom, but it has holes, like vents basically, so you can just bottom water really easily. And it keeps it all hydrated. I kind of do a like, I guess a thicker layer on top because they're not really that deep in the cube. So it kind of makes it like they're a little bit more under. And that tray is done. All right. We have our next mix here. And this is takeout containers. I'm going to use it for, hold on. Is this going to let me cut? Maybe. Woo. Just make a little drainage. Okay. This is not going to be like soil blocking. It's more just, I think I'll put this underneath. So this is pretty wet for but I will not put the humidity on just so it dries out. I think I don't really want to go get the cocoa pour. It's out in my garage, so. And also, I never really have that much success with onions and leeks, so I usually end up buying it anyways. All right. Onion seeds generally lose their quality, so I'm going to do them all. As these are seeds from last year. If they sprout, they sprout, but they might, like their germination goes down. There we go. Okay. I'll have to come back and do herbs. I just don't think it's happening today. Okay. They're dying. Let's go deliver them to their home and clean up. This is the setup. I need something here also that I'll have to find, but this is the liquid plant food that I bought that I will be using to fertilize. So that's here. Then here is that timer plug that I was talking about. It has two 3-prong plugs. So right now I'll just be using it for the lights. This is what it looks like. And for the heating mat, and then you only need the heating mat until they sprout, and then I'll swap it to the fan. So let's get this set up. We are set up. Sorry about the sound, but oh, these things are just hanging on by a string. So sometimes they roll around. There we go. I just have to keep fixing it. Stamp. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah. These are set up. These are down here set up. And they look good. Just move them back to better light. And I might get more. I don't know. I don't know if he needs the humidity domes. We'll see how it does. But yeah, sorry about the noise. We're in the basement here. So this is a setup. Eventually, in 2 weeks, I think, ish, we'll get the tomatoes started. So that'll be a whole nother thing. And I will film it all. So very exciting. Okay, here is the euphorbia back in his spot, and I'll water him in. That is dead. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're in my room. I'm gonna move this guy, but I'm gonna put him here, and I put cellophane, and we're gonna put him in my cabinet. We will take out, this is actually the dead base of the Hoya Memoria that we just potted up. So I'll put him in here, and that's the anthurium. And here's my other anthuriums that I was talking about. So this is, I got them all at the same time. This one and this one. This one's got a nice big leaf. Wow. And that's its sibling. This guy's looking winkly. So I'll just water in here. Maybe I'll film like a houseplant tour. It's kind of a mess in here. This guy's on my list. My Hoya Shepherdii. He's on my list to repot. I think he has some dried out sticks. Otherwise, most of them are looking pretty good. I got variegated vanilla orchid, got Hoyas in the back. Up here is a like specialty orchid, Hoya Hoya. This guy, my ping, needs to be cleaned up a bit, but he is looking pretty good. And maybe he'll flower soon. Who knows? Anyways, that's basically everybody. I think that will conclude the video. Thank you for watching. I hope some of y'all will stick around, see what else I start growing with my seeds, and just bring repotting, refresh, cleanup, some sneak peeks. Ooh, he needs water. That's what I'm talking about. I will continue with these chatty repots, probably talking about what I'm reading, what I'm knitting, what I'm doing, and refresh my plant collection and get started on 2025 seeds, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully part 2 will be coming soon. Bye.